I'm as harmless as ladybug spots reflecting sun.
When my back is broken from all this weight, and the pain is terrifying.
From now on, I am the third word in the sentence of 16, and I don't care if you forget me, just don't let your thoughts perish.
And I could not hear, see, or feel what God was doing. And at this particular time, this particular guy, he flew in.
Cause when I look in the sky, I wonder if I'll be sent up there. Thinking of heaven, that's a place I would love to live in and literally spend endless years. I don't think it's natural to always adhere to our culture. Sometimes we're the vegetarian vulture that feeds on the fall, that digests the dead leaves from the leaves as they fall from the trees. But in the season that all other creatures thrive, it struggles, strains to find the strength to keep its life, or how bats are known to need the night, never acknowledging that some might be intrigued by light. Sneak for sight of the sun, leading a secret life, because everything isn't black and white like a zebra's stripes. We can follow the way that fits us best, because there is color and gray in the picture if we choose to see it. Society might not like who we choose to be with, but its mind is in an unlocked cage. It just doesn't choose to free it. That's why I wish I had the insight to find myself sitting inside the mind of one who's missing sight, the blind, so I can see my senses enhanced. Step in the entrance and glance at the glands, glaring, staring, standing on the tongue with an interesting stance, since I feel like the hands of a dentist who plans on performing a procedure. I reach the destination, the mind of the teacher, an interesting patient. Then I glue my eyelids shut and strut around the red water park without realizing the color's stark resemblance to that of a heart beating, bleeding. I feel the fluid, but the light source is not pouring dark. Knowing Noah might not acknowledge my need for an ark, I'm prepared to swim, swallowed by the sea to see where the whale's network, dive in the depth of the mind, then digging in the wet earth to find its beginning. A person's core, a person's aura, a person's origin, before he or she began to worship lords, when there were just whales, waters without worships, for they were free of anguish and language, taking in knowledge like a sandwich, or like nature while sitting on the sand which kisses the ocean in the nighttime. Shh, let the earth's choir have quiet time. The moon is the mistletoe, as the fluid and the flesh are kissing slowly. Then at the right time, riot time, the moment of madness. The band just begins to bring blaring sounds from the ground. We grow like branches from trees, cause branches were seeds yesterday and will be a forest tomorrow. We ain't promised tomorrow, so we sing today and the chorus will follow. Pioneers of the past have placed the path for us to follow, like the sun replaces the moon. The tree grows from soil and water. The bat stays in till noon. The vulture waits till it's autumn. It's been a while. I miss the way your lips look when you smile. I kiss your inner thigh. Go slow and grab your lower half. Hold your hips, your toes will grip my lower back. Work up your thighs slow. I lick drops of sweat from your pores. You have your eyes closed, feel a wet tongue all on your flesh. Inhale your raw aroma, my head under your dress, and then I reach the center. It takes time, it tastes divine. Clothes is still on, my nose will feel under your waistline. Fluid flows on, my face I find your special spot. Tongue tip applies pressure, but not too much, just enough for pleasure, plus a tiny bit of pain. Your body crying, twisting your spine, acting like you're trying to get away. I'm trying to get the rain. Yes, you're gonna squirt. Legs squeeze as you squeal. The back of them peel on my shirt. You come in spurts, it hurts. Decadent, licking it, sticking it in. Sticky, I'm picky, but quickly it's in. Still I'm savoring it, saving a bit, kept it safe, and then bit a piece at a particularly intimate moment when my intimidating opponent were her locked lips. But our locked lips met my mouth's texture, turns her like a key. Now she's open. Now she opens, and my tongue is like a free-range animal scrambling for a meal, and hers a blank canvas this anxious to be filled with flavor. And it's a favor I perform willingly for her. She I kiss like her. She's fulfilling me. Delivering the gift on my slithering tongue that slips through swiftly to reach her. We each are given into our urges. An awoken sense of taste surges. A foreign expression in her face emerges. What on earth is so heavenly? I gasp trying to grasp what's invading her space. 70%. The scent slowly sinking. Descent. Preventing her mind from thinking. Pure bliss. The pureness. A chocolate addiction, but no prescription could cure this. In a sense, my innocence has been corrupted. So in Genesis, what God sentences is what I'm stuck with. He permitted pain to become a permanent part of me, while pleasure is possible by permitting Lucifer to be a prevalent part of me. It's hard to be free of doubts and fears on both sides of the fence. Doubts because I'm not convinced, fear for punishment of the sins I've committed. But I should be acquitted because I'm the victim, the innocence of a child. My mind, there was no sin in it when I was checked into this cruel, cruel world, because I knew less about evil than a 6-year-old Catholic schoolgirl in a confined environment. But later I found out what the hell of fire meant. The same thing as the hell of Dante, Alighieri, and clearly I don't want that near me. I haven't been intelligent enough to overcome the world's deceit, but I'm like a diabetic baby in the world of sweets. So who's to blame? Not me. Someone did corrupt me, but I refuse to say who. But what I will do is mention I was thrown in this game of life I didn't choose to play. And if I didn't participate, I would have to forfeit and lose the game. And this is what the news would say. Infant dies at birth. But can I go to heaven even though I didn't have a life on earth? I can never make it in hell because hell, I couldn't even survive on earth. So I just accept the life I was forcefully given. And of course it's a prison. As a result, many groups tell me their way is the source of free living, but I don't endorse these religions' various points of views because I feel that life is too mysterious to want to do something like choose a specific path, since it's not definite that one religion is the truth. But the innocence that I'm no longer living with has made me be aware there's something missing in my shoe. You see, there's a hole in my soul, and I'm trying to fill it with earthly possessions. So when I go and work a profession, my goal is to hold a worthy position where cash will flow till I'm old and I can see far with my vision. But I won't need to then because the end is near, and I won't be indented here. It's not a new paragraph, the book is closed, and I do suppose I should have spent more years thinking about bringing it out the sense up here, because when I look in the sky, I wonder if I'll be sent up there. Thinking of heaven, that's a place I would love to live in and literally spend endless years. But since I've lost my innocence, if I'm found guilty to hell, I'll be sentenced there. But by the grace of God, when I die, I'll go to the place of God, look in the face of God, and no longer have the sense of fear. Thank you.